So you want to knit your own garment. The first thing that we need to sort out or to determine is your size. What size do you want to knit? Now when you pick a pattern up, on the back are measurements with suggested, this is on my patterns, but suggested size and actual size. Now some patterns don't put suggested size on anymore. I still do, so that we have a nice starting point, and then underneath that is the actual size. The actual size, according to the tension, is the one that we want to go for. Now that's straightforward, easy. Okay, actual sizes, get it. And I will show this to a knitter, and if it's a new knitter who's never done this before, this is when it starts to get a bit scary, because knitting the correct size is something that can feel a bit daunting. Or even if it's not a new knitter, someone that's knitted before and they have knitted a garment and it's not fitted, it's either been too tight or too loose. There are many different reasons for that. But the first reason, the one that we need to start with, is to know your size. Now for people with breasts who wear bras, you may be thinking, I know my size. I wear a 36C bra, so I'm a 36. Well, no, because you're 36, that measurement 36, and again this is only going to make sense if you wear bras, but I'll come on to the people that don't wear bras. But your 36 is actually the measurement underneath, so that's where the 36 comes from. It's not the widest part of you, as it were. Sorry to be rude. But we're looking for the widest part. Again, I don't know what other word to use. It's, you know, the widest part of you is beautiful. So that's what we're looking for. So sometimes, so if you have knitted a garment and it's been too tight, it might be because you're going on, and you wear a bra, it might be because you're going on bra size. So what we need to do is we need to know your widest part, which is around this bit, not this bit underneath, but this bit on the top. That's what we're looking for, that widest part. So if you don't wear a bra and you have a chest, you probably know what your widest part around you is, but that's what we're looking for. So the widest part around your chest, over your nipples, that's the bit that we're going for, and that's what we need to know. So then we can know, when we're looking at to fit, what that starting point is. Then actual measurements. So what we want to do is get a garment. So in this case I've chosen a t-shirt that is a similar fit to a garment that you want to knit. So for this is quite a tight fitted top, and this t-shirt is quite tight fitting. So I want to know the actual measurement of this t-shirt, because you might find that you know the measurement of you, and so then you're like, well, okay, my measurement is 36, I want it tight fitted, so I will knit actual measurement 36. I'm talking in inches here, by the way. This is where I switch over sometimes, because when I'm talking about bust sizes and chest sizes, I'm in inches, and then length and everything like that I go to centimeters. So sorry about that. I'll try to do both, but I'm doing inches now, so hope that's okay with everyone. So yes, so you get a garment that is similar fit, and this is a bit difficult to do standing up, and you measure an inch. So if this was flat down, you measure an inch underneath the armhole, so that's your armhole there, and an inch underneath the armhole, measure across. So not round, but just across. Find out what that measurement is, times it by 2, and see what it's closest to here. So I should have prepared earlier, and I should have measured this, so then I can do an actual working measurement for you, rather than you having to wait for me. You see, this is when I'm going to swap over to centimeters, because now I'm measuring this and it's 43 centimeters. So I get my pattern, so 43 centimeters one side, so I times that by 2 to make 86 centimeters, and I look on the pattern, and as always on the pattern we've got the first sizes coming up at 83 centimeters and the next size is coming up at 95.5 centimeters. So then I have to decide whether I want that top to be fitted, so a bit of negative ease, or to give a little bit of space around. So probably I would go for the first size to make it a little bit fitted, because yeah, that's how I want to wear it. That's what you would do if you're knitting. Oh, and by the way, the measurements I've just read out aren't for this pattern, so check the pattern. I'm just using these all measurements as an example. So say I wanted to knit this one. Now I wouldn't take a t-shirt to find out the measurement for this one, because this one is a drop shoulder. So this one has nice shaped shoulders, this one is a drop shoulder. So I'd find something from my wardrobe, or the wardrobe of the person I'm making, which is also big and baggy, to see what they like wearing as a big and a drop shoulder garment. And I'll do the same. I'll measure 1 inch underneath the armholes and see what that measurement is. And in some ways you don't even have to measure yourself. If you don't want to know what your actual measurement is, you don't have to measure yourself. Just measure a garment that is similar to the one that you want to knit in your wardrobe, and then that will get the right size for you. There is no right size, as it were, in shops anymore. I get people who come in who say they're a size 12. So I say, oh, what size do you want to knit? And they say, I'm a size 12. That doesn't really exist anymore, because in one shop you could be size 12, in another size 10, and another size 14. The measurements of what each individual shop says is a size 12 or 14 or a 10 differs, and also styles differ. So a drop shoulder, for example, you want that to be bigger than you are, because it's dropping over your shoulder. So this, for example, this can be a little bit tighter on you, because it's you don't want this coming over your shoulder here. But there is another style which is sleeveless, which is drop shoulder, so I want that to be wider, because then if you did do something that's a drop shoulder, comes off your shoulder, if you had it here, the style wouldn't be right. So it's looking at the individual patterns and the individual styles of each of those patterns. Now I appreciate that this can seem a little bit scary. I'm here to help, so if you pop into the studio I can help you, and I have no problem with that. I just need those measurements of garments. Like I said, you don't have to tell me your own measurement, but just the measurements of the garments in your wardrobe, and we can work it out from there. Or you can email and I can help you with that. But if you want to knit your own garment and the sizing is the bit that makes you a bit nervous, it's easy to fix. I can help you fix that. And that's all we need. We just need that measurement. We don't need size 12, 14 or whatever. We just need a measurement, a figure of a garment that's similar to the one that you want to knit.